this, even though I've never done it before. So this is either going to go really, really well or extremely poorly. I was checking out the Influx community forums, where we get a lot of really interesting and awesome questions. And I came across this one that was asked yesterday. What this user wants to do is to be able to pull in some data from a Sqlite database, so that when they're querying their time series data from InfluxDB, they can actually either map some identifiers that are in the time series data to more descriptive values, or maybe stored in a relational store like Sqlite. Sorry. So it's quite a new use case that is powered or enabled by the Flux language that our company and our Flux team have been working on now for a couple of years, so that you don't need to store your time series data with too many indexed fields. Some data is naturally relational, and being able to look that up and augment it, or join it or correlate it to time series data, opens up a lot of flexibility and power with your queries and dashboarding. So what I thought I would do is just try and put something together that uses this as an example, add that to my InfluxDB examples repository so that this user can go check it out, see how it works, and use it for themselves. But of course, step one is for me to actually work out how to do this and get it working. So what I'll try and do is get InfluxDB 2 set up and running. We'll pull in some data using Telegraph. Then when I'm able to query that data in the UI, we'll try and identify something that could be swapped out for data from a SQL store. Even if we have to make that rather contrived, then we'll do that. So let's go to step one. Let's just get our basic stack up and running. So for that, I'm just going to use Docker Compose because I've done this a million times. We'll have our InfluxDB service, and we're going to use the Quay.io InfluxDB, and we have a 2.2.0 beta image available. Now I want to be able to browse this on my local machine. So I'm just going to do some port mapping, and I said I wanted Telegraph. So for this, we'll just use the official Docker images, and I want to pass in a config. So telegraph.conf, and that will get me halfway there. So now we need a telegraph.conf. So I'm going to want to see data pretty quickly. So let's go with a 2-second interval and a flush. Ooh, can't type, that's because I'm streaming. We will enable our outputs for InfluxDB v2, not v3, that's a bit ambitious. And what do we need here? We need a URL. This is going to be our service name on port 9999. We need an organization, and we need a token, and we need a bucket. Okay, so what are these values? Well, we need to set up InfluxDB when we spin it up. So what we're going to do here is just have a target and a makefile, where we'll run Docker Compose, execute in our InfluxDB container, and we're going to execute the setup command. I can be the user, super secure password. Our organization name will just be my name again. We need a bucket, which we'll call default, and we need a retention period policy. Just retention, there we go. And if we set that to 0 or less, it will be infinite. So we have user password. Oh, we need a token. And the token is just going to be raw code as well. So now we have a setup target that should configure InfluxDB when I get it running. What we're also going to do is just configure these here with the same values that we used in that target. So if I've done this correctly, we should be able to spin the stack up. Maybe I should have pre-pulled the images. And I wonder if I can get Twitch on my phone so I can see if anyone is chatting to me, or if I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, I'm not a great singer. Alright, we'll leave that there just now while it installs. So if I do a docker compose ps, telegraph did exit, let's see why before we continue. URL. Okay, let's go check out the docs. So telegraph outputs, there we go. Once a URL of InfluxDBs. Okay. URLs. And let's try just spinning that back up. Oh, we have Twitch installed. It's going to be a pain in the ass to log in because of the two-factor. Twitch, take my picture, there we go. Yep, get code. Oh. I feel like I'm just mumbling to myself now. And submit. Let's do a DS. I guess I don't really need my headphones, do I? Hi. Alright, I think I'm talking to myself, but that's all good. Okay, let's check out the logs. What have we got this time? Org is not defined. Organization, token and bucket. That's what I get for using the short version. Organization. And spin that up one more time. Oh, you're joking. No inputs found. Alright, perfect. So let's just enable internal, which just gives us some stats about Telegraph itself. Awesome. So we should... Oh, we didn't run our setup command. Let's do that. Make setup. And I got user wrong. Oh, name. That's a dreadful name for that argument. Please type. Oh no, wait, username. Ah. Hold on a minute. So, config name. That's a new feature actually. I didn't think that had made any of the releases yet, but you can actually have multiple configs, like a kubectl config. Pretty cool, but we don't need that for just now. Okay, so let's go back here. This should tell us it's already been set up. Perfect. Let's go and log in. Raw code 123. And if we're lucky, which we're not, we should see Telegraph writing some data here pretty quickly. So when was that? 11:33. InfluxDB host not found. That's annoying. InfluxDB. Okay, what have I messed up? Nothing. So it does resolve it. Okay, let's jump inside of Telegraph. Oh yeah, you don't need the interactive flags. Let's install curl. Oh, there we go. InfluxDB 9999 health. Interesting. Even though I can browse to it. This is not where I expected to get stuck. So maybe this is a new change where InfluxD only listens on localhost. So let's try this. Although it says the default is any and all. Why is that not working? Think, David. Alright, even though that says it's the default, I'm gonna check. So that parameter was HTTP bind address. Equals 0.0.0.0, and we'll just stop everything. Spin that back up. Okay, and let's go back to Telegraph. Still not working. Although trying. Oh, we have an error. So the bind address needs the port to. So let's spin that up. We'll view the InfluxDB logs, make sure it actually gets into a happy, healthy state. Oh, hello. Bjorklund. Don't know if I'm saying that right. I can barely read the tiny text on my phone. Okay, so that seems okay now. Come on. Okay, let's take a look at one I've done before. That's all InfluxDB1. Some of these are InfluxDB2. This one definitely is. So, right, that's pretty simple. Oh, don't break it. You know what? I know what it is. No, I don't. Maybe it's the order of the containers. So let's try. Depends on InfluxDB condition service started. Let's destroy the world. Oh, what should be an array? That? It should be a string. Okay, go away. Come back. Let's check out our logs on Telegraph. Okay. Why does it hate me? Oh. Okay, let's start poking around. Let's try curl 172.20.03.999. That's probably localhost, isn't it? Well, it does resolve 172.20.02.9999. I must have done something really daft. Definitely running on that port. Can I do it from localhost? Yeah, because I got the browser at it. So just because I'm so confused, I'm going to remove this port mapping and try again. Okay, so they're both healthy. Curl. Let's start again. Oh, maybe someone's helping me. Yeah, some confusion there too. So, remember when I was so confident at the start, I said I've done this 1,000 times. I mean, I have. Right, let's find all of my examples that use clay. So let's go with that runs that one. Right, Kubernetes. Oh no, that's just an image on a manifest. Let's not do that. Let's just copy this one then, or the comparison one. Let's see what's in there. Copy, paste. Oh, the version. I wonder what changed between 2 and 2.4. Just for giggles. Let's spin this back up with that. Can't believe I'm stuck on this. Oh, InfluxDB 2 and Sqlite. Yep. We have things looking normal, and Telegraph still has this no route to host thing. Alright, let's just put this in, delete chronograph. We don't need InfluxDB 1, although maybe I'm getting desperate enough to switch to that. I'll try the alpha next. We still want to use Telegraph 113, only I'm only mounting in the config. We got rid of Prometheus. We'll call this InfluxDB. And I'm pretty sure that's the exact same as what I had a second ago anyway. But I'm desperate. Check your networks with DC config. Okay, we can do that in a second. Alright, so we're still getting no route to host. So let's jump to the alpha, and that will need to download, so we'll give that a minute. Hold on. Yeah, definitely Docker Compose and not Podman Compose. Okay, start pulling that image. Simplest compose file ever. Let's try influx. Let's call it something different. Still run the same image, and for giggles, let's just get Elasticsearch running too. That might work. It did work. Cool. And let's get another tab. And let's go inside. Use the long version. 7D. Nope. Let's go in Telegraph. 38 bash. So we should have InfluxDB available on 9999. Failed. We should have InfluxDB available there. Failed. We should have Elasticsearch available in fact. No, that's the wrong port. 920. Right. This is all of my containers. I suspect something is well and truly fucked. So let's spin up an example I've used before. There's no Docker Compose there. Let's go to my demo from Influx days, which is under Telegraph Influx days and DC up-d. Restart Docker. Good call. System control, restart Docker. So let's go back here. As that fixes it, I'll be happy and mortified at the same time. DCPS. DC logs, Telegraph. Yeah, that's not fixing it. Docker network. Man, that all looks fine. Alright, let's just forget Docker Compose. Let's just do this also to make targets now. I'm not going to waste time on this. Any more time on this. So let's run InfluxDB container run. Just kill it. And we're going to have to give this a name because we're not using a network. Publish the port and the image name. Telegraph will do the same. Doesn't need a name, needs a volume mount. Needs a link, InfluxDB, and an image. And my setup command, container, exec, will need IT, InfluxDB, blah 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 blah. Okay. If this doesn't work, I'm in trouble. So, InfluxDB. I didn't detach them, did I? Okay, ls, running, make telegraph. Okay, what did I get wrong here? Alright, let's have it echo out this command so I can actually see. Oh wait, this is make. Haha. There we go. Perfect. So let's get set up. Docker container logs. And we want -f. Oh, motherfucker. Let's not use containers. So we'll install Telegraph. I do have InfluxDB2 available already. I wonder if there's a Telegraph bin package. Yes, there we go. That should be fast. Yeah, I mean, I definitely could use host networking. Let's just go with the binaries. There's clearly something broken with my Docker setup on this machine. So I'll probably just uninstall Docker after this stream. Never seen that before. Very weird. Okay, so we do have InfluxD here. So I should be able to just run that, only let's just run that here. So I'll wait for that to be healthy. Bind address in use. My containers will still be running, won't they? 9F and 5B. Okay, now we have Influx. Scan my finger, install Telegraph. Now we have Telegraph. So we don't need any of that crap. We just need to point this to localhost. We're still going to set this up the same, only we don't need any container stuff. And let's do make setup. Perfect. And -- config. Come on. Give me some data. Flush interval 2 seconds, which means that should be working. Raw code 1, 2, 3. We have data. Fucking hell, that was tough. Right, okay. So let's just look at the last 5 minutes, refresh every 5 seconds. We have data going up on a nice linear progression there. So let's go back to what we actually wanted to accomplish. We have this post on the InfluxDB community site. The person is asking how they can, using the Flux query language, pull in some values from Sqlite to augment their time series data with it. So first, I guess now that we have Influx running Telegraph, we have some data. We can take a look at that in raw fashion. And let's assume what we want to do is update the name of the host. So we have Arch right now, maybe we actually want to give that a nicer name and we want to fetch that from a relational database of some sort, and we're going to use Sqlite. So what do I need to do? First, I'm going to need some Sqlite data. So let's go back to this directory. Sqlite browser. Yep. Get that installed. And create a database. Code, source, GitLab. I should have used something in my top level, shouldn't I? We're learning lots today. That's good. Alright, main Sqlite 3. I think that's the extension. We'll call this hosts. We'll give it an ID, which we're going to make a string, non-null, primary key, all the happy stuff. We'll give this a nice name of text. Also can't be null, and that's hopefully enough to get us started. How do I add data? Oh, there we go. So we want to enter Arch as the ID, and we're going to give this a nice name of awesome Arch machine. Right. Cool. I guess that's it. I wonder what a SQLite file looks like. Is that it? I wonder if I get that syntax editing. No. Okay. Right. Regardless. So we want to start using this inside of our data explorer. So what I'm going to do is jump over to the script editor. We can keep running that query, get a graph. Let's just comment that out. Jump back to this post and just start by copying what they have. So import from SQL. Oh, my file is called main.sqlite3, and I called that hosts. Let's view the raw data. Go. Right, now that's the same error, I'm sure. Yeah, that they got. So, I mean, the main thing I'm thinking right now is just that this path is not a path. It's just a file name. I can't even remember if it's the same directory I run InfluxDB from. So, this is where I'm now really going to regret this path. But let's grab this. Try main SQLite 3. Still broken. Right, let's simplify that path then. In fact, we'll copy it to temp main.db, just because that's what they called theirs. Main.db. Let's try that. TMP main db. Still broken. Now, file paths. When you use this format, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Let's try them all. No, definitely broken. Okay, so this uses the Go SQL library, I believe. Well, let's see if we can find an example from that. Let me just check the Go mod file. Oh, well, that sucks. Flux. Oh, there's a good point. Is this only available in Flux REPL, or will it be available in InfluxDB? Alright, looks like it might work. Okay. Go mod. SQL, there we go. Go Sqlite 3. Hey Kieran. Alright, how does this fucker work? So, what does... I'm getting really fed up of seeing that example. It doesn't mean anything. Alright, let's search for a file. Seems to be the keyword here. I mean, that was thoroughly useless. Let's just search this whole repo. Let's try force the colon. Oh, thanks GitHub. That was useless. So what does that mean? Could it be? I mean, do we need that? No, maybe. Let's check out the docs. Fucking example. Alright, so should we try Postgres first? Let's try some. Let's see if we get any logs. Where's Influx? Nothing whatsoever. Okay, that's not very useful. How about let's go to right now I'm thinking this is potentially an issue with the InfluxDB build. Maybe the Flux library being a bit older. So let's try and get it working with just straight up Flux first. So I need to compile this. Go modules on go build cmd Flux. Hopefully it won't take too long. We'll copy that Flux script. And I will make it my mission to get rid of every example that has that. That's my new life's purpose, is to get rid of that example everywhere. So, come on, Flux, compile. So the really cool thing about running, or at least running Flux as a standalone binary, there's a REPL. I'm hoping we're going to get slightly better error logs on what is actually going wrong. Although that's the best guess right now. Well, I've been streaming for 40 minutes and I've got nowhere. So what can I do just now? Right, so we have no logging here. I mean, is there any other file formatty path that I'm missing? Where did I, okay, let's try, where did I run InfluxD from? What directory? Is that just my home? I mean, I can kill it, yeah. Okay, so let's copy the file there too. Well, that finished, which is good, so we'll come back to that. don't care about telegraph at this moment in time, so let's copy our main to home main.db, and I mean, I'm the same user, it just shouldn't matter. And let's try opening it now. No. And because I'm just very curious. Main.db. Maybe it just doesn't work. Maybe that's what we're getting to here. All right, let's run. Oh, I just changed into the directory instead of running it. There we go. Flux, good. REPL. In your own time. There we go. So let's import SQL. We're going to let's just copy this. Interesting. That is interesting. Let's try and get this on one line. So it said no table, which is, I think, progress. Unless InfluxDB is just swallowing that, and that's the same error we've had the entire time. Now let's try doing the temp one. And then let's try incorrect path and see if it says the same. That's annoying. No such table hosts. Let's try 2 slashes. Oh, that's definitely different. Let's try 3. Alright, so 2 seems to be the magic incantation here. Oh no, that file doesn't exist anyway. Why does that give us an SQL logic error? It's still called main.db, isn't it? Yeah. Oh wait, temp. Temp. Yep. SQL logic error. Now, we do have a table called hosts. Open database. TMP main DB tables hosts. Select star from hosts. Yep. So maybe this has just never been tested. So there's a good idea. Let's look at the test suite. So where would this be? Standard lib, SQL, yep. Sqlite test. See, we're going to get there. All right, let's see. So write values to the DB. So I wonder if we could try that. Maybe we could try like a create tables command. Rather than pulling anything out. Curious. Let's see if we can find file colon. No. Oh wait, that's just a, they're just using the memory one, aren't they? Dot open, memory. It looks to me like we need a test that actually opens a file. wonder why the 2 slashes gives me that logic thing. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Mode equals memory. What does that do? Try a slash. Quite happy with that. Okay, so there's mode memory. I noticed that in the test, which stops it open in the file. So let's jump back here, and we're just going to go back to main.db, cache shared, take that off. Ugh, come on. Okay, let's try it from Flux. Oh wait, we did. Okay, it worked. File, colon, main.db. So it doesn't work in InfluxDB, but it does work here on the command line with the Flux REPL. And I don't believe there is anything different in those queries. Now the problem just could be that it's not time series data. So let's try saying nice names equals, and then let's bring back in this query, because the UI can get a little bit funny. We're making progress. Alright, so now I think this is working, but the UI needs to see things in a very particular format. So let's try doing a map. Pass in the row. We want to execute some code. What we're going to do here is return R with, and we're going to add nice name. And right now, let's just put my username and check the syntax works. No, what have I got wrong? Because I'm using multi-line. And that gives us a nice name of raw code. So let's now see if we can pull something out of this nice names variable. Now the UI doesn't provide great debugging tools. Let me turn off that refresh. For introspecting what this value even looks like. So for now, let's pull in JSON and see if I can get a JSON representation of it. Nice names. Unknown type. It's an array according to this. Thank you, LSP. I should be able to encode an array, but it might just be, we expect a string there. Perfect. So, so that's not executed the query. In fact, I'm just getting back data source name. Yeah, it's not really what I want. What I want is that. How do I get that? Do we have access to anything? Result. Null. That's what comes back here. Yeah, result. Result. Nope. break? What did I break? Okay, let's try temp. Yeah, we're just getting the same back. And then just because I want to see it actually fail if it ever does. No. So there must, I guess, I mean, I'll need to check with the Flux team, but from what I can kind of tell right now, maybe there's a version mismatch. Definitely working here. I get back what I want. I get my ID. I get the nice name. I'm just not getting anything here. Select star from home. I mean, it's the same query. I pasted it in. I think I'm at a loose end. But we fixed a few things. We did get it opened. We did get the results using Flux, which is good. But we can't bring that over to InfluxDB. Alright, I'm going to finish up shortly. If anyone has any questions on what you've seen or part seen or want to see something else, I'll give you a few minutes while I mumble to myself about what else I could try. And I think I'll shut this down, grab some lunch, and then pick up another community issue after lunch and see if I can get a bit more success. Do we have any examples? I mean, I could always spin up a Postgres, I guess. But the question was about SQLite. And this example is just wrong. Like when file is here, mode memory needs to just disappear. That's definitely what broke it from here. Yeah. Because it thinks it's an in-memory SQLite store, from what I can tell. So that's good. We can update that. We can fix that. It needs a path, which we can document. That's querying. I mean, can I create? Let's try that. So, create table, new table. I mean, can I just do that? I'm going to show my lack of knowledge here. SQLite, create table. Maybe create database is a bit easier. I don't know if this. That is a database. Alright, let's see. Just give me an example. Perfect. You are the one. Read only. Okay, how do we open? Open, read, right. What's the magic incantation for that? Mode equals, can I just do RW? Nope. That would have been too nice. Maybe we should look at the library we're actually using, which was on one of these tabs. Yep. I always wish that Chrome had a command palette like VS Code, where I could just like type in roughly what I want. Okay, right. Good. Modes. RW. Now, I was sure there was SQL 2 support. Yeah. which means I must be able to open it as read write. There's a fucking memory again. Sorry, my language is dreadful. Okay. So there's no mention of even attempting to open this in read write mode. So access mode of the database. Okay, let's take a look at Sqlite open. Yeah, we've already been on that page. Mode equals RO, read only. Definitely not having a lucky day. Mode equals rewrite. So maybe my cache setting is disabling this. So can I just remove that? I feel like I'm clutching at straws, but it's definitely not read only. Wait. What could it be? I ran the Flux process as myself, so it shouldn't be permissions. Let's try the temp one. Oh. Okay, it was permissions. So let's try opening that in this. We have our new table. Okay, let's try that from here, which was our plan to see if, well, I can't remember. I definitely had a plan though. I wanted to see if it was just version mismatch. So we're going to try this. Let's try T2. Oh, we still need this to actually do something so the UI doesn't give us an error. Oh, 2. Oh, too much. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Did that create T2? That is the question. Temp. No. Alright, okay, so. Yeah, definitely the SQL stuff just isn't. Oh. Let's take off this map, just in case it's the error. Let's see the query work. Oh. Say what? Let's try assigning this to nothing. Okay. And just double check. How do I reload? Can I? Open it again. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I'm just going to have to be super sure, but it doesn't seem like I can do much from the MySQL, the InfluxDB version. Yeah, so we're not getting that table. Interestingly enough, is trying to have some sort of result here. Just because I hate things being unanswered. R with Sqlite, which is going to be string v JSON encode the result. What have I got wrong? Map R with I just got the wrong number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, I don't need to surround that, right? No. And the string function is called string, right? Let's just use multi-line. Return, wrap that in object syntax. Close JSON, close string, close that, close this. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting a result back, even though it was complaining. I don't know. I think I'll need to speak to some people on the team about what's actually going on here. So in response to this person's question, I have no idea. I don't have enough history to go back. I'll go back to it in a minute. Okay, so we could get it working from Flux CLI, but we cannot get it working from InfluxDB. I'll need to get that docs fix done, speak to our Flux team, and see if this is just InfluxDB hasn't got the latest and greatest version, or if there is something more sinister. Maybe there's some security implications about loading from the disk, maybe, when Flux is in the sandbox environment that InfluxDB provides. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's been an hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to grab some lunch and I'll be back in a bit. But if you persevered with me, thank you for joining me. Let me know what you thought on Twitter, and anything you want to see with InfluxDB Flux or any surrounding monitoring or observability technology, just let me know. Thanks for your time.